Could you introduce yourself and tell us a little about what you do as it applies to our theme of conscious nomadic lifestyle?
Hello, my name is Hughes, also known to my community and to many others as Shay Butta. And I have a brand that I work with called the Yum Sauce Lounge. I am the founder and sauce stirrer, along with many other lovely people called the Angels of Yum. And we are of service. It's a platform for visionary, cultural, healing, arts, etc., to activate and stimulate and inspire a higher quality of life in the best ways that we possibly can.
Sounds great. How long have you been doing this in its current or a similar form?
The Yum Sauce started in 2008 and it's now 2013, so we've been going. Started very intimate in my living room in my home when I was living in Hollywood, when I still had my home. And since then, I've been able to travel the world and various spots and throughout the West Coast, bringing different aspects of the Yum to everyone. It's a lot of fun.
Tell us about some of those favorite places or events to which you have traveled.
Costa Rica is one of them. I've had the honor and pleasure for the last 3 years to work with the Envision Festival. It's a transformational festival. I'm in Butta, Costa Rica. And last year I got to bring the Yum Sauce Tea Lounge with Kelly Van Pelt. It was a beautiful tea maestra. She works with Master Wong and the teachings and the healing art of tea. We had music and community and fun, and that was really awesome. And I also am a performance artist and a performance director. I work with a lot of different production aspects. So this year I served as a performance director and had a team come in and help serve up the sauce. Also Hawaii, all throughout the Pacific, and California and Oregon as well.
Do you have a home base?
My home base is right here where we are. After 2010, I had to make a choice to either stay in my home or perhaps drop into my faith and leave that experience, knowing that there was potentially an opportunity that I'd be really happy about that choice. I had a beautiful home in Hollywood that I was somewhat attached to, and a whole life that I had there, and the universe extended the invitation for me to leave that experience and to really drop into my heart's highest desires and my passions. So it's been, I believe it was 2009 going into 2010 is since I've been nomadic, as we like to say.
So you're pretty much nomadic full-time?
I'm pretty much nomadic full-time.
Wow. Okay. So what was your motivation when you first began the nomadic lifestyle?
Well, at that particular time, I was, previous to that, I'd been in the entertainment field in Los Angeles, and was really feeling the call to be doing something more with my talent and my skills and my energy that really felt more in alignment with the person that I am, and being something, offering things that are more positive and potent to the people. So that was kind of my motivation, and also just to really step out and walk on faith that the downloads or the intuition that I was feeling was true. So went down to Fiji for New Year's. My friends had a resort down there, and enjoyed New Year's, and then went to Australia and did Vipassana and had the moment where I was actually very glad that I didn't have to return to the United States to pay my rent and to show up for other things, that I had the luxury to be able to stay and do this beautiful work a little bit longer than I had intended to.
Okay. What are some of the most important skills or abilities that have enabled you to become more sustainable over the years?
Well, definitely having a background, extensive background in entertainment has really helped me, because I had so many professional relationships and experiences. And just, I'm a people person, and my heart and my motivation are really into us as a collective truly realizing who we are and witnessing the abundance and the tools that surround us everywhere. We all have so much more than we truly need, and it was seeking out the information in the communities that had those resources, those tools, and those communications to be able to share that, with much more of a public, so that we can all start to play together fairly and on the same page, knowing that at least right now we have no lack. We have absolutely everything that we need.
Do you feel what you're currently doing is the highest expression of your offering, or do you envision it in evolving to even greater heights in some way?
I definitely envision it growing to bigger heights. As I'm growing as a person, the Yum Sauce Lounge brand is also growing, and it's been wonderful to create experiences of celebration and education and being proactive. Yet I do know that there's so much to be offered and so much service to be offered in the world to places and to communities that are probably having some more lack and probably not having the most yum opportunities. And I would love to see the expansion of building and creating more relationships and more community and more tribe, that we're able to go out and network in the world and really help each other out, not only to be of service to communities and to people and to education and to eco-activism, but also for us to learn, and really drop into the old wisdoms and intertwine them with the new technologies, so there's a symbiotic relationship and that we're all able to really cohesively understand that and operate from that space.
What are the most exciting aspects of what you do?
Oh, wow. First and foremost, and this kind of relates back to one of the motivation question, is that I got to a point in my life when I was making this transition that I realized, with the energy that I was putting out, I really wanted to make beautiful art with the people that I love, without too much negative ego. And the Yumniverse, as I like to call it, answered my prayers, answered my call, and one of the most exciting things is that I get to make amazing art and travel all over the world with some of my best friends that are now my creative partners as well. So that's definitely a highlight. And within that, the opportunities that present themselves are such a dear acknowledgement to myself and this work, and the people that we get to play with and educate with are really quite something, and so inspiring, and it's almost overwhelming at the talent and the level of dedication and artistry that I get to work with. And also there's the people and the communities that we get to touch and reach and play with and learn from, and just the new experiences, and seeing the smiles and feeling the energy and feeling the love and knowing the yum, and really being able to do this work, which is so absolutely fulfilling and so charming and cute and cheeky and powerful, all wrapped up into one.
That sounds pretty intriguing. However, there's a shadow. So what are some of the most tedious tasks or parts of being mobile, that people might be aware of?
Well, I don't know if it's tedious or not, but along with getting rid of my house and my phone at the time, and everything else was my car. So this is also one of those things of walking out on faith. It's kind of a little bit of a game that I have with the universe, the universe, in trusting in and knowing and pointing my direction and being in the right place. So it is a little bit of an effort, but I always end up where I need to be. Another thing is, and it's a learning process, and it's actually been one of the most extraordinary things about this, is working with people that don't necessarily have the same professional background that I do, but really want to participate, but just don't necessarily have the ethic or the timing or, the agenda of the we-ness. There's still a lot of individual agenda out there, and what I try to represent and what I believe in is the we-ness of the we sources, and that we have an agenda together to create this opportunity and share this together. So it's definitely been a challenge and somewhat tedious, co-collab creating with certain individuals at times that didn't quite get that, and it's definitely created some waves, and unfortunately I've had some rifts with some friends in the past that didn't quite get it. But yeah, it was such a learning experience to know what this intention is truly calling in. And so extremely valuable, to say the least.
What advice would you give to somebody wanting to follow a similar path?
Stay balanced. Keep yourself healthy. And as deep as you go, remember that keep it light. And really drop into your intuition and your heart's desires. And if you feel like you're expressing what's truly inside of you, and being really mindful, being discerning about your choices. And this mantra that's come to me is when you start saying yes, there could be an abundance, almost overwhelming yes opportunities. So I ask for the best yes. And that's what takes me to the next step.
Any last thoughts that you would like to share with those who will be viewing this?
I love you. I yum you. And thank you for being here with us. And I encourage everyone to get out and travel and see the world. And that doesn't mean that you have to go to too far. You know, there's so many places, I'm sure, where you are that you haven't had a chance to explore. The amazing communities that have so much to share as well. See what your resources and resources are. Love your planet. Do better. Leave the place better than you found it. Encourage that within your community and the people that are around you, wherever you go. And really think about the tribe and the community that you get to participate in, and the foundation, the building blocks that you're building from. And choose the integrity of being strong and having strength in those, and reminding people, now is the time. You know, we're phasing out the flakiness, and we're really integrating the kind of community and the kind of life that we want, which is higher quality of life, a higher quality of yum. It's all within us. And the yum and the sauce is the divine flavor that we truly are. And I invite all of you to join me in stirring that sauce together. Because you're awesome.
Beautiful. One last thing is what you do self-generated, or if people want to interact with you and play with you, how can they find you?
Yes, it's all of the above. I create events through the Yum Sauce Lounge. I also get brought on to do decor and hospitality and production and workshops, and I'm a performance artist as well, so I dance. So various entities contact me to invite me to come and beautify their event. I also work with my creative partner, Amay Love, and we do birthday parties. She wrote the amazing birthday song, so we love celebrating you wildly. So we do events, and I also do weddings and blessing ways, and any way to honor and celebrate this gorgeous, magnificent life that we have. So if you want some yum, and you want some fun, and you want to stir it up, and you want to be reminded of how awesome and awesome this life experience is, call me or contact me, and I'd be happy to come and bring my amazing friends to come share some goodness with you.
Thank you so much for taking some time to talk to us.
Absolutely, the pleasure is mine.